and I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's second down. They'll give it to Harris again. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. A run straight ahead at Scatterboo. They'll put him down right at the 20, but they'll also move the sticks. That is a first down picked up. Right back to Scatterboo on first down. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Up the middle with Scatterboo. He is belted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down. And he will easily pick up the first down. They've got first and goal coming up.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had to lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee. Back to the 5-yard line now. Second down and goal. They'll run with Scatterboo. Hard running close to the goal line, but they're going to mark him just short.
4 yards on the pickup.
They'll run with Scatterboo. And he barrels his way. A road win here for the Giants. They get the victory here, away from home, to run their early season record to 2-0.
A great 1-2 to start the year. Hi everyone, Scott Hansen, and this is your Week 2 edition of the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Lots to get you caught up on. We'll start in Arlington. The Cowboys at home to take on the New York Giants. And it's the rookie sensation from a year ago, Malik Neighbors. They're going to air it out to him deep downfield, and he's right there to grab it. It's a 73-yard catch and run to the house. The Giants get a second straight win to start the year as they get the tough road victory. From there, let's go up to the Motor City. Let's look in on the Lions as they play host to the Chicago Bears. And it's Jared Goff hooking up with the All-Pro Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's a gem. Back right corner of the end zone. Touchdown. One more for you. Let's go to Cincinnati. The Bengals hosting the Jacksonville Jags. And here's a guy who took a big step forward last year, Chase Brown. He's going to take this one in, 11 yards on the touchdown run. The Bengals are off to a good start, 2-0 on the young season. Until next week, Scott Hanson, good night from Orlando.
These players are on the last year of their contract. Re-sign them to keep. You can view the player's overall interest in your team here.
Now the former Sun Devil, it's Cam Scatterboot. That's a nice job keeping his balance in these conditions. A gain of about 5.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and
Ball on the 35. Here comes a 2nd and 5. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw. It's Dark. Oh, intercepted. What a bad start on the 3rd play. Picked off by Drew Tranquil. A A give out of the gun, and it's Scatterboot. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
On the give, Scatterboot. And this will be a Giants first down. As he'll take it up to about the 33-yard line. Throwing is Dart. He'll look deep here for Neighbors. That's hard. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's first and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Scatterboot. He's taken down just shy of the 10. Still get a first down at the 1. First and 10, they go from the 11. Exiting the pocket right. He runs with it. And he's in. What a try. Jackson Dart. Touchdown, Giants. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Dart. He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. That is knocked away. Incomplete. Good coverage there defensively all over him. And it'll be second down. Here's a handoff to Scatterboot. And this defense up to the task there. Gain of just 2, and it's third down. They'll go play action here with Dart. He manages to get the throw away and completes it. And he is out of bounds at the 45. On first down, it's Scatterboot. That's a short pickup to about the 47. Ashton Gelati that time, able to bring him down.
A gain of 2. Brings up second and 8.
Once again, it's Scatterboot. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. So, we are through one here on Sunday Night Primetime. It's the Giants leading this one early. More from MetLife Stadium after this. Giants football here to begin the second quarter. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. That's good for a Giants first down. As we are ready to get back underway. Out to his right. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get it. Throw away. Here's Scatterboot. That will make third down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one.
This is one of those plays where you got to give them some love after. Let them know it was an outstanding run and all that. Because even though it was a good effort, it's hard not to feel disappointed, Mike, that they somehow weren't able to move the chains.
They get 15 on that game. First down, Giants. From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. On second down, Dart. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. Malik Neighbors, the intended receiver. And it's going to bring up a third down. On the ground, it's Scatterboot. Yeah. And he's down at the 3. What a run. They'll look to pick up the pace. Scatterboo. They try to push forward, but only a yard down to the 2. The ball a little closer now. It is 2nd and goal. Trying to push the pile forward, but he's not going to get in. They stop him up short. Now the Chiefs going to call the first of their timeouts. Talk things over before 3rd down. They'll try to throw it, and here's Dart. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got...
And he barrels his way. The drive will begin with a run by Scatterboo. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds. They get 13 to begin the drive. It's a 1st down.
Well, really nice start here to the drive. Early down success. Every offensive coordinator is trying to find ways. How do we pick up 1st downs without having to get to 3rd down? We see it here. Big explosive run. Now the rest of the drive unfolds.
He'll get in behind his blockers, get forward for a pickup of 3. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop. Rolling right. That one down the field, but it is incomplete. Here comes 3rd and 6. They'll look to throw. Down the field, but it falls incomplete.
I think as the offense comes to the sideline now, the quarterback and his wide receivers need to get together and say, hey, guys, what are you seeing out there? How can we find some open targets? Because on that last down, there was nowhere to go with the ball.
He's going to let it fly downfield for Beckham. This one. They'll start this on the ground with Scatterboo. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain. 2nd and 10. They'll keep it on the ground here again. And they'll gain about 6 there as it's up past the 35-yard line. And the Giants here will use the first of their timeouts. And they stop it with 19 seconds to go in this opening half. KC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. And he's going to have the Giants' 1st down. As they manage to convert, that'll keep this drive alive. They'll go again with Scatterboo. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this 1st half. Jason Sanders on to try the field goal. They'll put this one down at midfield. Here comes a 60-yard attempt. This one not going to get there. From on the give, it's Scatterboo. He'll move this one ahead to the 31-yard line. Nick Bolton, the linebacker, there for the stop.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and...
Dart going to throw here on 2nd down. That's to the right side and incomplete. 3rd and 9. Now they'll set up to throw. In trouble, and down he goes. So the drive ends, and on comes Jordan Stout to kick it away. Here comes Smith on the return. And he's good. A run straight ahead. That's Scatterby. And he'll try to keep his footing. Manages to work it ahead for a couple of yards. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Out of the gun, third down. It's Dart. And he can't hang on. It is incomplete. A chance there, a big chance for a huge play, but he couldn't reel it in. Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. He's going to try it here again. He lays out and makes a spectacular catch. To break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Up the middle with Scatterby. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more. From the 22 now, here's second down and 9. Whoa! The elusiveness on display there. Nifty footwork setting up first and goal. Here's a run. Trying to create some space, but will not find much. He'll get a yard. They'll mark it at the 3. A little closer. Here's second and goal. The throw is Dart. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. He can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a third down. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
I just don't like the look of this passing game, Mike. It just seems a bit erratic. On top of the 2 straight incompletions, they've already turned the ball over through the air. And truthfully, with how dangerous some of these throws have been.
And he barrels his way into... They'll run with Scatterby. And he will slosh his way forward on the wet surface for a gain of a yard. Second down, 8 for the first down. They'll stick with him again. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line. A gain there of 11. That's good for a Giants first down.
That's a heck of a run right here, Mike. Tie game, fourth quarter. Everything's on the line. Can you win in the trenches? Can the threat of that run continue to balance off the pass? And it's a big gain there as they try to go take this lead.
And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up second and 2. They'll stick to the ground. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4. Big play in the game right here. It's third down. They'll run here. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line. Possibly the play of the game right here. It is 4th down. And he'll fight forward. Doesn't get a hold up, but he got what he needed. It is 1st and goal coming up. The Chiefs will use their 3rd and final timeout here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the 1st down. They'll drop to throw. That's to the end zone, but it is incomplete. He was looking for Stephon Diggs there, and it'll be no challenge flags in the last 2 minutes from the sideline. All second looks will come from replay, and I think the referee's been buzzed here to get another look at this call, and it is a big one.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So the official upstairs and replay set. In New York, get the second look, and indeed this call will be overturned. The extra point by Sanders is good, and the Giants go up by 7, 28-21. So the lead is 7 now. Here in this 4th quarter, the tie has been broken. Let's see what happens on this kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense make their way out to take over once more. They'll start it here with a 1st and 10. Throwing from the gun. Here's Patrick. Oh! And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Mahomes. That's into the hands of Worthy. He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stomped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the 1st down. And that's going to wind up incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins was the intended target for that one. It's 2nd down. Throwing again, it's Mahomes. Working the right side, taken in by Rice. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5. On 3rd down, Mahomes. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. And the Giants here will use the 1st of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. Interesting call for the defense. Pressure or sit back on 4th and 5. Now Mahomes. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. Got to let it fly. This will wind up a turnover on downs. Victory formation. Defense powerless to stop. And that should just about do it. So it's a win for the men in blue. The Giants get it done. They continue their winning ways in the month of September. They're off to a 3-0 start.